The Chinese entertainment industry was rocked to its core this week when explosive footage emerged showing Soo Kai and Dilraba Dilmurat together on what appears to be a highly secretive film set, igniting a firestorm of speculation about Tan Songyun's Yun's reaction to her rumored former co-star's newest collaboration. Industry insiders are calling this the most controversial casting decision of the decade, with sources close to the production revealing that tensions have been simmering for months before this bombshell announcement. What makes this situation even more shocking is the complete radio silence from Tan Seong Yun's camp, a deafening quiet that speaks volumes to those who know how to read between the lines in the cutthroat world of Chinese celebrity culture. Could this be the scandal that finally confirms what millions of fans have suspected for years? The evidence is mounting, and what we've uncovered will leave you absolutely stunned. Why is everyone suddenly talking about Tan Seong Yun's social media activity, and what does her cryptic recent post really mean? For those who have been living under a rock, the Soo Kai and Tan Songyun Yun dynamic has been one of the most discussed topics in Chinese drama circles since their collaboration sent fan communities into absolute overdrive. Their chemistry was undeniable, their interactions off-screen were the stuff of shipping dreams, and their combined star power created a phenomenon that production companies have been desperately trying to recreate ever since. But something shifted dramatically in recent months, and eagle-eyed fans noticed the subtle changes long before this latest development exploded into the public consciousness. The question burning in everyone's mind is not just about professional jealousy or competitive casting decisions, but about something far more personal and potentially devastating to all parties involved. When news first leaked about Soo Kai's involvement in a major new film project, the speculation began immediately, but nobody could have predicted that Dilraba Dilmurat would be announced as his co-star, creating what industry veterans are calling a perfect storm of controversy, star power, and interpersonal drama. What really happened during that fateful industry event 3 months ago that everyone is suddenly talking about again? The entertainment world loves nothing more than a good scandal, but this situation transcends typical celebrity gossip and delves into territory that reveals the complex web of relationships, professional rivalries, and personal emotions that exist behind the carefully curated public personas we see on our screens. According to multiple sources who spoke on condition of anonymity, the casting of this film has been one of the most contentious processes in recent memory, with several A-list actresses allegedly turning down the role before it landed in Dilraba's lap, though whether those rejections were genuine or strategic remains a hotly debated topic among industry insiders. The film itself, reportedly a big-budget romantic epic with historical elements, has been shrouded in secrecy since its inception, with production company executives going to extraordinary lengths to keep plot details under wraps, while simultaneously generating buzz through carefully orchestrated leaks and strategic media placements. What makes this casting particularly explosive is not just the pairing itself, but the timing, coming at a moment when Tan Seong Yun's career trajectory seemed to be pointing toward more collaborations with Soo Kai, an expectation that has now been dramatically shattered by this unexpected development. The leaked photographs and video footage from the set have sent social media platforms into absolute chaos, with fans dissecting every frame, every gesture, every glance between Soo Kai and Dilraba, with the intensity of forensic investigators examining crime scene evidence. The images show the two stars in elaborate period costumes, suggesting the film is set during a dynastic era, with production values that appear to rival some of the biggest budget Chinese productions in recent years. What has fans particularly worked up is the apparent intimacy between the co-stars, with body language experts and self-appointed relationship analysts flooding comment sections with their interpretations of what the photos really reveal. Some images show Soo Kai and Dilraba in close proximity between takes, laughing and appearing completely comfortable with each other, a natural chemistry that has historically been the foundation of successful on-screen partnerships, but also the source of endless speculation about off-screen relationships. The film's director, whose identity remains officially unconfirmed though rumors point to several A-list possibilities, has apparently been encouraging this chemistry, pushing for authentic emotional connections that will translate to the screen, a directing approach that has yielded spectacular results in the past, but has also been known to blur the lines between professional collaboration and personal involvement. Industry analysts are divided on what this casting means for all three stars involved, with some arguing that it represents a brilliant strategic move that will elevate everyone's careers to new heights, while others warn that the interpersonal drama could overshadow the actual film and potentially damage reputations if the situation is not handled with extreme care. The production company behind the film has remained frustratingly tight-lipped about the specifics, releasing only a brief statement confirming that filming has commenced and that more details will be revealed at an appropriate time, a non-response that has done nothing to quell the raging speculation and has, if anything, thrown gasoline on an already raging fire. What is known is that the budget for this production is substantial, reportedly exceeding what most Chinese films receive, suggesting that investors and producers have enormous confidence in the Soo-kai and Dilraba pairing, seeing it as a potential blockbuster combination that could dominate both domestic and international markets. The Tan Songyun Yun angle adds a layer of complexity that transforms this from a simple casting announcement into a full-blown scandal that touches on themes of loyalty, professional competition, and the often messy reality of personal relationships in the entertainment industry. Sources who claim to be close to Tan Songyun Yun paint a picture of an actress who is deeply hurt by what she perceives as a betrayal, though whether that betrayal is professional, personal, or both remains unclear and hotly contested depending on who you ask. These same sources suggest that Tan Songyun Yun had been led to believe that future collaborations with Soo-kai were not just possible but likely, with preliminary discussions allegedly taking place about potential projects that would reunite the pair whose previous work together had been so successful both critically and commercially. The revelation that Soo-kai had committed to a major film with Dilraba instead reportedly came as a complete shock to Tan Songyun Yun and her team, with some insiders claiming that she learned about it through social media rather than through any professional courtesy call, a breach of industry etiquette that would explain much of the apparent animosity. Dilraba Dilmurat, for her part, appears to be completely unbothered by the controversy swirling around her latest project, or at least that is the image her carefully managed public relations team is projecting to the world. Her social media posts have continued as usual, showing her at various events and promotional appearances, looking stunning and professional, with no direct acknowledgement of the speculation about her relationship with her new co-star, or the alleged jealousy from Tan Songyun Yun. This strategic silence is classic Dilraba, an actress who has successfully navigated numerous controversies throughout her career by refusing to engage with gossip and maintaining focus on her work, an approach that has served her well, but also leaves room for others to control the narrative in ways that may or may not reflect reality. Industry veterans note that Dilraba has worked with numerous high-profile male co-stars throughout her career, and has consistently maintained professional relationships without allowing personal drama to derail productions, though whether that pattern will hold in this particularly charged situation remains to be seen. The fan community surrounding all three stars have naturally divided into camps, with passionate debates raging across every conceivable social media platform about who is in the right, who has been wronged, and what the truth really is behind the carefully constructed public narratives. Tan Seong Yun's fans have been particularly vocal, flooding Dilraba's social media accounts with comments ranging from supportive messages about respecting existing relationships to more aggressive accusations of deliberate interference and career sabotage. Soo-kai's fanbase finds itself in the awkward position of wanting to support their favorite actor's new project, while also being sensitive to the feelings of Tan Songyun Yun fans, many of whom overlap significantly with Soo-kai's followers due to their previous successful collaboration. Dilraba's supporters, meanwhile, have responded with their own fierce defense of their favorite actress, arguing that she has every right to accept whatever roles she chooses without regard for the alleged emotional states of other actresses, and pointing out that professional jealousy has no place in a healthy entertainment industry. What makes this situation even more complicated is the broader context of Chinese entertainment industry dynamics, where personal relationships, professional opportunities, and public image are intricately interconnected in ways that outsiders often struggle to fully comprehend. The concept of CP, or couple popularity that emerges from successful on-screen pairings carries enormous weight in Chinese fan culture, generating massive commercial opportunities through endorsements, appearances, and future collaborations, but also creating expectations and emotional investments that can become problematic when the individuals involved want to move in different professional directions. The Soo-kai and Tan Songyun Yun pairing had generated exactly this kind of intense CP following, with fans creating countless pieces of fan art, fan fiction, and analytical content devoted to their perceived relationship both on and off screen. The decision by Soo-kai to take on a major project with a different actress, particularly one as high-profile and popular as Dilraba, represents not just a professional choice but a kind of betrayal in the eyes of some fans, a shattering of the parasocial relationship contract that had been implicitly established through previous interactions and social media content. Behind the scenes, the reality of how this film came together is likely far more mundane than the dramatic narratives being constructed by fans and gossip outlets, though that does not mean there is no truth whatsoever to the reports of tension and conflict. Film casting is notoriously complex, involving considerations of scheduling, chemistry, box office appeal, international marketability, and the often Byzantine politics of production companies, agencies, and star power hierarchies. It is entirely possible that Soo-kai was approached for this role and accepted it based purely on professional considerations,